Before we get started, guys, if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, like, share, get the word out. Thanks a lot. All right, here we go. I'm Shannon Thrasher, and this is 30-Second Tactics. For today's video, we're going to do something a little different, a little more lighthearted. I'm going to discuss what I consider the top 5, or at least top 5 I thought of for this video. Just cool guns. You know, not necessarily the best value, not necessarily the best shooter, most accurate, whatever. Just guns that, you know, if you're walking through the gun store, just kind of window shopping, and you see one in a case, even if you got one, or even if you're not in the market for one, this one just catches your eye and you might pause and look at it a little longer. Obviously, this is just my opinion. This is, you know, just, it is what it is. You guys are going to disagree, and I encourage that. I'd love to hear some comments about what you think are just, you know, basically the quote-unquote coolest guns. So let's get started. So the first one on the list, number 5 if you will, is going to be the most ridiculous, most useless, most impractical gun on the list. Now I know there's going to be some guys out there that say, hey, I hunt pigs with that gun or whatever, and that's great. But obviously I'm talking about the Desert Eagle. These things are just insane. They weigh a ton. They're bigger than the biggest guy's hand. But if you've never shot one, do yourself a favor. Don't run out and spend $1,500 just to shoot one. But rent one at a range, borrow one from a friend. They're fun to shoot. They're not real practical, but they are definite eye catchers when you see one in the gun store. All right, number 4. To me, one of the coolest looking guns out there has got to be the old James Bond classic, the Walther PPK. Now, there are, of course, more practical, lighter, more inexpensive 380s out there nowadays. It's a bit outdated. It's not obsolete, but maybe obsolescent. But again, it's a cool looking gun. It's one that's really likely to catch your eye when you're cruising through the gun stores. And if you don't have one and you're a gun guy, I recommend you get one. It might not be your carry gun. It might not be something you shoot all the time, but it's a cool gun to have in your collection. All right, on to number 3. So this is more of a series or a group of guns than one particular gun, but the so-called older generation SIGs, you know, the 226, the 228, the 229, the 220. I've just always thought they are just awesome looking guns. They got a good shape, a good feel. Personally, the 229 and 357 SIGs, one of my all-time favorite guns. Of course, they've modernized them now. You can get them with, you know, the light rail and the Super Wazoo this and that. The Mark 25s are famous and anything. But anyway, just an overall really cool-looking gun. So, all right, let's check out number 2. So, if you were into guns in the late 80s, early 90s, chances are you owned a Beretta 92FS. This gun is just a good-looking gun. This gun was legendary. They're still around. They've been modernized. But again, back in the late 80s, they were the gun to have. You know, the U.S. Army adopted them. LAPD adopted them, which, you know, soon meant half the cops in the country adopted them. As far as cop guns, they were the you know, what Glock are today. 60-75% of holsters out there on cops had a Beretta shoved in them. Still a good gun today, but again, we're not really talking about performance in this video, more just cool factor. And for my money, the Beretta 92FS, or like the military would call it, the M9, is just a cool looking gun. So, all right, guys, here it comes. You've been waiting for it. Number 1 on my list. Stand by and... So if you know me, this is no surprise to you. Number 1 on my list for overall just cool looking gun has got to be the 1911. I know it's got some haters out there. I know it's got some super fanboy 2 World War champion stuffs. And again, not talking about performance or anything like that. Just cool factor. And if you can walk by a 1911 in a gun store and just not think that is one good looking gun, then man, I can't help you. I mean, they come in big, they come in small, they come in stainless, they come in blue, they come in two-tone, whatever you want. They've been around forever, and at least by forever, you know, longer than anybody that's watching this video. I don't believe we have any 1911 born or 1910 born viewers, but if we do, that's great. But anyway, guys, just kind of a lighthearted video this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments. If you don't, let me know in the comments. I'll either make some more videos like this or I'll never make another one again. You know, the channel's for you guys. This one's not quite as educational as some of them, but every once in a while, I've got to throw in some entertainment for you guys. So that's what I have for you this week. As always, work, train, repeat. Stay safe.